Well, hello and welcome to Producer Dan. Thank you very much for stopping by the channel today. Today I'm going to talk about some of my favorite new features in Pro Tools. Over the last 4 months, I've done videos on most of the features I'm going to talk about today, and I'll have links to all my videos in the description below. So the first feature I want to talk about is the Sonic Drop program, and that you'll find in your Avid link. Matt Lang, the head of audio content over at Avid, provides us with royalty-free samples, loops, and presets for the new instruments that I'll talk about next. So it's very important that you look at your Sonic Drop feature to make the most out of these instruments. Which brings me to the next feature I want to talk about, and that's Pro Tools Sketch. Pro Tools Sketch is a non-linear sequencer. It's very fun to use. This enables the user to set up different scenes with different samples of different types. Audio samples, MIDI samples. You can also record your own audio loops as well. So while you're using the Sketch sequencer, you'll notice that you're able to record your own MIDI samples into Sketch using the PlayCell, and I want to talk about PlayCell next. So PlayCell is a sample-based virtual instrument. There's a whole bunch of synth bass sounds and synth lead sounds, a whole collection of very good orchestral ensemble and orchestral solo instruments as well, which was my favorite part. And you're also able to create your own sounds easily by using the amplitude and the filter envelope in the advanced window. So be sure and check that out. GrooveCell is my next most favorite item. It has 16 pads and a 32-step programmable sequencer with full mixer capabilities and effects. Check out all the different presets available. And again, Sonic Drop provides a lot of the different presets and loops for this particular instrument. The powerful sequencer in GrooveCell gives you access to velocity sensitivity, probability, and pitch. And be sure and check out the mixer capabilities assigned to each and every pad. This gives you access to a low-pass filter and high-pass filter. And when you're finished programming your sequencer, you can easily pull your work into a Pro Tools session. And if you're interested in learning more about the GrooveCell virtual drum machine, you can check out my video with the link in the description below. And the next instrument I want to talk about is the Contact 8 player by Native Instruments. And this comes with a very special instrument package specifically for Pro Tools users. So we're getting a little bit more than the free instruments. Now the Contact 8 player contains 3 new exciting features that I want to talk about. The first one is chords. This gives the user a whole collection of very beautiful chord progressions, and this is meant to inspire creativity in songwriting. Another feature it comes with now is phrases. Much like chords, this is a collection of different melodies, either monophonic or polyphonic. Contact 8 also now includes their Leap feature. You're able to drag in your own sounds into the Leap sampler for further editing, and you can purchase special kit packages for the Leap feature on the Native Instruments website with different drum kits and musical elements. And what's more, Pro Tools users can purchase a specially designed Contact Complete package for $99. All right, so the next 2 things I want to talk about are the 2 new MIDI effects plugins made available in the 2024.10 update. The first one I want to talk about is the Second Light sequencer. This is a lot of fun. This is a 16-step sequencer which offers you 12 programmable patterns which can be controlled either by MIDI notes in your DAW or your MIDI controller. Second Light gives you 3 lanes of control of your virtual instrument of choice: pitch, velocity, and the CC value of one parameter on your virtual instrument or synthesizer. I recommend using the Air Vacuum monophonic synthesizer for this. You're able to either choose one of the presets or create your own sound. For more information on Second Light, you can check out my tutorial video in the description below. And the next one is the Bleece Arpeggiator. This was created in collaboration with the music producer Can Blaster. The Bleece Arpeggiator is on steroids, basically. You can program very intricate melodic arpeggios, or you can have it go totally random. And this works very much like the Second Light sequencer. You place the Bleece Arpeggiator at the top insert in your virtual instrument or synthesizer of choice just below that, and the Bleece Arpeggiator will control that instrument. Next thing I want to talk about is the ARA2 editing support. This allows us to use applications like Steinberg Spectral Layers Go, which is included now in Pro Tools. That's a very sophisticated audio editing tool where you can remove hiss, clicks, or whole sounds from your audio. You do this non-destructively. You do your work. If you like what you've done, you can render your work or you can start over. It's that simple. You can also separate the vocal from the music with this version. You can turn down the vocal.
Detailed orchestration or rhythmic decoration.
Or turn down the music.
I could dip these feelings in gold.
Spectral Layers Go is a pared down version of Spectral Layers. You can update to the full version by clicking the update button in the upper right hand corner. This will give you the ability to separate drums, piano, bass, and other instruments as well. Check out my tutorial in the description below for the Spectral Layers Go. And the next item I want to talk about is the MIDI playlist feature. I love this. I work with a lot of MIDI instruments. I'm always editing my piano tracks and MIDI tracks. And I'm always afraid that I'm going to edit the life out of my MIDI tracks by editing them too much. And with MIDI playlists, you're allowed to do multiple takes, multiple passes, just like you would in an audio recording session. And you can choose sections and compile them together to make a perfect take. So I love this feature, and you can check out my video tutorial on MIDI playlists in the description below. And now for some other kind of very cool updates that we were given that you may or may not know about. The first one is some different color capabilities now. Back in the 2023.12 update, it was then made possible for Pro Tools users to add color to your in and outs and buses, but you had to do it through the in and out tab. Now you're able to do it directly in your editing window on the in and out plate or the bus plate. And one of my favorite new updates is to the markers and memory locations features. Now you can add comments to all of your markers. You can also add markers to your tracks, and you can add comments and titles to those markers as well. They've added 4 more marker lanes to the top. And this gives producers extra marker lanes to use to assign to specific marker functions, whether it's audio, video, musical cues. It's a great enhancement, and I'm sure it'll come in handy for those who do television and cinema production. Another new feature is the ability to remove the marker lines from your editing page. Simply go to View and uncheck ruler lines, and they will disappear. And something else that you may not be aware of but will help us all is the new searchable Preference tab. Now you can search your preference window for specific topics rather than having to search for them tab by tab by tab. And finally, for those who have migrated to Pro Tools from other DAWs, you can now use the key commands from the following DAWs: Audition, Cubase and Nuendo, DaVinci, FL Studio, Live, Logic Pro, Media Composer, Premiere, Reaper, and Studio One. So those are my favorite new features in Pro Tools in the last couple of years. I hope I was able to bring to light something that you may not have known about or something that you found helpful. Thank you very much for stopping by the channel today, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care.